Hey guys, so update. It's been a few days. I had to wait for some parts to get in. We finally got those. Let's recap what we've done and then we'll get started. I picked up the little clips that I needed to get the grill the rest of the way in and finish that up off camera. But last time we got the air box in, we got the radiator in, the condenser in, transcooler in, all that. Honestly, it's been just over a week and I have honestly forgotten. Man, we've got this thing right now to the point of add fuel, add water, put in a battery, and it'll start. However, we're going to take a few steps back. I'm not sure about the gas that's in the tank. We've had this Jeep for over a year and it's sat with whatever's in the tank. So I'm going to drop the tank. Well, since I'm dropping the tank, I figured since I'm there, might as well change the fuel pump, sending unit, all that. So that is part of the parts we've been waiting on. Also, I was going over and double checking all my connections, you know, making sure I had everything plugged in and what, so on and whatnot. And I got to looking at these fuel injector clips, and they've been bent over and the sheeting has cracked. Now you can see exposed wire. It's near fuel. It's not something I want to risk. So I went ahead and I ordered 6 new pigtails, and tomorrow Matt is supposed to be here, so he's gonna do all that for me. That is the other parts I've been waiting on. Once we get that done, if we have time while he's here, we will prime the oil pump, you know, pump it up, get some oil pressure in there, get everything oiled before we do a first start. We'll add the water, we'll add the fuel. I'll swipe the battery out of Shiner, Uriah's Jeep, into here just to see if it's gonna start and run. I don't know if we showed it or if you'll remember, but the exhaust we took out, well, all the studs broke off. I can't get them pressed out, so I'm gonna have to order a whole new exhaust system, which is gonna take about 2 weeks to get in once I can order it. So we'll start it, make sure it runs, make sure it sounds fine, make sure it's not knocking, anything like that. Make sure we did our job when we rebuilt it. And then we'll shut her down until we can get the exhaust in and whatnot, because more than likely the wife will be working and we can't disrupt her with a open manifold motor running. It may be a 4.0, but it's going to be loud. It's probably going to sound awesome, but I digress. So today I'm going to crawl underneath. I'm going to drop the fuel tank, drag it out. We'll get all the old gas out of it, if there is any. We'll change out that fuel pump and that sending unit and put it all back. So I'm going to go do that when I'm done, or if I find something I think is important along the way, I'll show you. But otherwise, I'll come back to y'all when I'm done. All right. Okay, guys, so nothing real interesting happened. We did get it out. There it is in the tiny bit of room I have to work. So right now I've got, like I said, I got it out. I gotta wait on Uriah to get home from football practice, so I have an extra set of hands to help lift it out of that confined space. I thought it was empty. Good thing we checked it. It feels like it's probably about half full. So yeah, that would have been real bad. Like I said, I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna take it out in the driveway, pressure wash it real well, get it all cleaned up, double check the hoses, and then once I get all that done, I'll come back, I'll show you the fuel pump, try and set you up to where you can actually see me do something for a change. I know. I barely work. Anyway, but we'll get the fuel pump in it and sending unit and all that, and then we'll stab it back up in there and be done with that, hopefully. So I will see you guys here in a minute. Okay guys, sorry about the fan, but it's 95 with 44% humidity. I think it said it feels like it's 103. So I'll talk louder, but the fan cannot go. We got the old fuel pump out. There was, roughly 9.5 gallons of stale gas. So that was a good thing that we definitely dropped it. Not to mention, the old filter from the bottom of the pump had disintegrated for the most part, or fallen apart, not disintegrated, and was just all over the bottom of the tank. So if it weren't for the bad gas, then the torn up filter would have definitely messed something up, and we would have had to pull the tank later on, probably tow it home from somewhere, you know. It would have just been a hassle. So it's always good to change things out when you have the opportunity, you know. So let's see, we've got a Ultra Power fuel pump here from Rock Auto. It's just a factory replacement that we're going to put in. It came with the new rubber seal. It goes up here at the top, drops down in, and then I had to buy the locking ring that goes at the top. All of this is off Rock Auto. However, the only one they had was the Mopar version. It by itself was $34 for that ring. But it's always a good, sorry, I got sweat running all over. It's always a good option to buy a new one. I actually should have bought two. We didn't replace Uriah's, and now it leaks. If he fills more than 7/8 of a tank, it'll flow out the top until he's down to about 3/4. And we all know how much gas is, and well, yeah, that's not a good thing. For anyone wondering, this is the CRKT home front. It's a Ken Onion design. Great little knife, I love it. You can strip it apart into 3 pieces with no tools. On these little, you got a little wheel back here, and then a sliding lock here. Great knife. I've had it, well, since they come out. I think I got it in Battle Box is where it come from, or how I ended up with it. But man, it's a good little worker. I love it. So there's the knife that I'm carrying at least this week. So enough about knives. Let's get to putting this in, and then we'll get it stabbed back in there. Okay guys, so I got the fuel pump in now and the lock ring on. I had to, as I call it, take a PTSD break. I was struggling. I needed help. I didn't have help. I was getting to the point of getting overly mad and hitting stuff with my hammer. After I paused it, I kept trying. I started hitting the floor like a baby. But, so I quit, took a break. Uriah got here from picking up his brother. He gave me a hand, we got it on. 2 people definitely help. So, we're past that now. Let's continue to move on. So, we had to rob this fuel line off of the old pump. No big deal. take your little plastic clip, slip it on till it won't go no more. Just slide it back on until it clicks and it won't pull off. And you're donezo. And then this little vent that we took off so we had room, gonna slide that back on, and Bob's your uncle. So now I'm gonna take this over. I'm gonna try and switch out these hose clamps. I don't like them, they're old, they're nasty. So I'm gonna see if I have some different ones. If not, I'll clean these up, but we're gonna take and slide it back over, shove it back up in there, hopefully relatively easy, and get it strapped back in. So I'll do that and I'll come back to you when I'm done. All right guys, so fuel tank's in, everything's hooked back up. All we got to do is add fuel and we're done with that. It's been a long hot day. It's taken, yeah, most of the day. About time to do the family thing, so we're gonna go do that. Tomorrow, like I said earlier, Matt is coming by and we'll actually get him in a video again. Slacker. Having a real job, can you imagine that? I think that's gonna be it for today. It's a lot of work, most of it not on camera, and I apologize. I kind of have to adapt with the way my brain is. That's no excuse, but nobody wants to hear a video of nothing but a bunch of bleeps. It might be hilarious the first time, but it's most of the time for me. Anywho, we will see y'all in the morning. Hey guys, like I promised, next day I got Matt to finally do something. So I know it's been all of like 2 seconds, but it's been yesterday for me. So Matt's gonna do the injector wiring harness, and we're gonna see if it fires. We won't be able to run it long for several reasons. I just want to make sure that it does start, like I said before, and it doesn't clank, bang, rattle, you know,
explode,
catch fire. I'll say it now and I'll touch on it again. It is gonna smoke, like out of the engine bay. We painted everything, so all that stuff, it's gonna get hot. It's gonna have to do its thing. But it'd be a little bitty test run to make sure everything works as long as we get that far, in order to determine whether I need to do more work or I'm going to be off the hook and be done with this and we can move on to the next
big project.
Well, we got to do I say little project, but we got to do a bigger project, a medium-sized project, in order to do the next big project.
You're losing me.
So,
okay,
we're doing Grandpa Gladiator next-ish. However, we got to get Matt's shop set up, which is the medium-sized project, in order to do the big project.
The big project. Yep.
So,
all right, I'm tracking.
All right, so we're going to jump in and let Matt do what Matt does, and I'm going to be the tool go-getter.
All right, let's do this. All the wires and stuff are basically just, they're cracked, the plugs are worn out, all that, so I'm just simply going to replace it. We've got some new plugs with like 6 inches of wire, so we're going to track back, see how far we can go, and then just get it all wrapped up. So let's just get started. It's just going to take time. All right, so I've investigated the first one just to see where we're at, but just the basic. All I'm doing is cutting the wire and then stripping all the black tape off, which is just a bit of a process. But I'll show you a few minutes worth of it, or a couple worth of it. But like I said, once you get it down, oh, that broke tape. Just inspecting the wire, they actually appear that they just go into the full wiring harness. So I'm gonna assume there's not another break in it, and everything else is hopefully good, because it appears okay down here.
I didn't see anything when we before we taped it, because we checked all that. I honestly just didn't pay attention to the ends, or else this would have been done forever ago.
Make note, every wire is going to be different. So if you can find a wiring diagram, which we're going to have to do to make sure these go in the right place. We think we have these in the right place, but I'm going to see if I can't find one and double check it. But again, just make note of what wire you got where so you can change it or not. Like, see, this first one is just a white with a blue stripe and then a green with an orange stripe. Well, then the next one is a green with an orange stripe, which is probably our negative, but then it's a solid tan, maybe?
Yeah, peachish.
Peach, tan, pink, something. So that's probably going to be our hot wire. So again, just keep track of that part. But I'm going to work on this. All right, guys, I just went ahead and got them done. We ended up having to get some different solder because what I had wasn't right.
I got the wrong shit.
So we got all 6 wires changed. And next we're going to work on getting the coolant reservoir in. And then what's next?
So let's see, what do we got left? We got to put gas in it. We have to put water in it. The reservoir, we got to steal Uriah's battery. Once we get all that in, we'll disconnect the coils so we can turn it over and build up oil pressure. Then we'll reconnect and then fire in the hole.
All right, sounds like a deal. All right, guys, so we're gonna work on that. I'll get you a couple pictures or small little snippets of video and show you progress. All right, while Patrick struggles, well, there he goes.
You go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go give notice.
All right, guys, so we're done. We've got a battery in for now. We've got to go buy one specifically for Karma. We took the the coil pack unplugged and turned it over a couple times so the starter works, the oil pressure, or oil is building pressure, fuel is building pressure. So now we're to the point we get to turn it over. So we're just waiting on Patrick to give notice to Ayla, and then we get to turn it over. Back in a second. All right, guys, here we go. First try. Well, there you go, guys. Karma started. Good job!
Woohoo!
Oh. Yeah, okay, no excitement.
Hey guys, it's actually the next day. We got so excited about Karma finally starting up that we forgot to shoot an outro to this video. I apologize, kind of. You know, you put a lot. I mean, I can't say we put a ton. I think thus far in the entire Jeep, we may have $3,000 into it so far. But, you know, that is still quite a bit of money for some of us. But you put a bunch of money, you put a bunch of time into doing stuff, and then, like, you know, the motor, I built it. It sat over here on the side of the garage for 2 months, easily. 2-3 months, probably. And I didn't know. It's been a long time since I built a motor. I had help in the videos. If y'all watched them, you've probably seen my dad somewhere in there. He helped me. I got technical advice from my dad Richard as well. So it was a team effort. Matt didn't get in on it, but he will on Grandpa. However, you know, it sat there. And the whole time I'm like, oh my God, did I do anything wrong? Did I forget? You know, I'm a worrywart. I'm also a perfectionist, so yeah, it was stressful. But getting in it after we got everything done and hitting the key in on the first crank it fires up and runs? Yeah, all day. Super stoked. It got to the point to where last night my wife had to just tell me, okay, we get it. The motor started. You're super excited. We don't need to hear about it every 5 seconds. Sorry. Not really. But anyway, we appreciate y'all coming along on this. We still have to do rear shocks and brakes and service the rear differential. We've got to do a cam break-in on this. If you can't see, it does still need headlights. We'll probably do the headlights and the little bitty things off camera. But yeah, we're coming to a close on Project Karma finally. And then it'll be Matt's shop getting it set up for our first big project in there, which would be Grandpa Gladiator. So yeah, I truly appreciate y'all, and so does Matt, coming along with us on this journey. We ask you humbly to like, subscribe, and share. For those of you who don't know, we also have a Facebook page, Wilder Henson Adventures on Facebook. We don't do the TikTok and the Instagram and all those other things. Let's be honest, I do good enough to keep up with my personal stuff, let alone adding another one. And I don't do Instagram and all that other crap anyway. But we do post the videos over there, or at least the link to the videos. Some behind the scenes things. And if you guys just want to talk to us, hey, we're there. Comment on there. One of us will be more than happy to respond to you. We're both a little busy at different times, so it may take a minute. I know I'm rambling, sorry. Also, by the time you guys see this, you may have already seen, but we're going to start putting out some shorts on YouTube. We're going to give that a roll, see how that goes. If it's something y'all like, let us know. We'll try and do more of them. If it's not something y'all are feeling, let us know. Hey, we're here for you. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.